Hi, everybody. It's your friend Scott here again in the Phyllis Files at the beautiful Buddhist monastery on the Sunshine Coast where I'll be living for the next 4 months. And I woke up with a message for everybody that I thought I'd share because my spirit team gets quite insistent. I wake up and, okay, here's what we want you to talk about today. So take it all with a grain of salt, of course, and use your own resonance for any of these messages. If they don't resonate with you, it's totally okay. But the message this morning for everybody was you matter. And also that I see you and I want to hear you, that you have relevance and importance on the planet now. And look, there's a theme for me, which is, hey, everything is going a bit crazy at the moment. And who are we going to be in relation to what's going on? I did a separate video on acceptance. I accept what's going on. I don't like what's going on in the world. I want us all to be kind to each other. And why can't we just be nice and feed everybody and support each other in our dreams? Well, that's important. And I think communities can start to execute against those new ideas. But you matter, and it's important that you're here on the planet. So the message my spirit team had this morning was, you're all so important. We're all members of a choir on this planet at this moment. And if you don't show up, if your voice isn't heard, then the choir suffers. So you're important and you matter, regardless of your circumstances. And that's a huge change for me. I, as a small kid, used to stand in the backyard of my parents' suburban home and look up at the sky and say, take me back home. You've made a terrible mistake dropping me on the planet. I don't want to be here. So I always had this idea that there was more going on, even as a small child. But I recently, in the last 2 years, went through a terrible breakup. It was really devastating. And I didn't want to be here. And I was petitioning in meditation, saying, I don't want to be here anymore. It's been great. I've had a wonderful time, but I'm not going to start over again. And this is too painful, so I want to go home. And the messages I kept getting in meditation and from my spirit teachers were, thanks for sharing, but you have to stay. And not in a punishment way. We need you here. You need to stay here. And so if I'm needed here, you're needed here. And so how can we be channels for love and compassion and peace when everybody else is running around creating havoc? But I really wanted you to know, in this moment, stay grounded and centered. Find whatever spiritual practice works for you. And I'll be sharing with you my experience of becoming a Zen Buddhist meditation teacher, because I'm learning too. I'm curious about how I can help other people get grounded and centered. So I don't have any of the answers, and hell, I don't even know the questions, but I feel compelled to reach out and connect to other people who might be trying to find their way in the universe as well. So you matter. It's important you're here. What's your voice? What's your message? I'll do a separate video about what's your medicine, about coming to believe that. What if you came here with a purpose in this lifetime? And some people's purpose might be to create maximum carnage, maximum damage. And I have to accept that. Not everyone comes in with the same ideals that I have, but what if you're here to make a difference? What could that look like? And doing it together for us as a group, as a community of spiritual seekers, is much more powerful than one little voice by himself or herself or itself in the wilderness, right? So wonder about that for yourself today. Is, why am I here? Who am I really? What's my message? How can I help? What's my purpose? So sending you lots of love today, and I hope that helps someone somewhere. Namaste.